Fox News spoke about the new gun reform initiative put forth by comedian Amy Schumer and her second cousin, Chuck Schumer. They didn't even know that they were related until recently, I think. So let's see what they have to say about this.
You know, this is so interesting to me because more and more people are saying they just don't believe in gun control in the United States. It's particularly true among Republicans. You've seen those numbers climb. But overall, people are just like, you know what, we can't do anything, so just let everyone have guns. What do you think, Eric?
I think it'd be a safer place if everyone had a gun. Remember the town in Georgia where everyone was required to have a gun and the crime rate plummeted?
You know he was
my issue with Amy Schumer is that she's right on certain things. Like, she wants to fund mental health research to a greater degree, which is part of Senator Schumer's bill or legislation idea, which is great. But the other part of sending information into a federal registry, that's the part that we would push back on. So in some areas, she's got the right idea.
But wait a second, let's explain to the viewers. Let's explain to the viewers
stay with the
her idea and Senator Schumer, who's her father's cousin. The idea is submit records on felons, spousal abusers, and the mentally ill for federal background checks, penalize states that don't do it, encourage the Justice Department to survey states that have best standards for involuntary commitment to mental health facilities, and restore congressional cuts to mental health programs. So, KG, what's wrong with that?
Look, I would have to go and do an in-depth analysis on it.
So I can find some reason to oppose it. I mean, that's the only reason I dig deeper into the bill is so I go, just Section 18, Clause C, Area 3. It clearly states that something I don't like, so I'm against it. All right, understand, guys, this proposal by Chuck Schumer that Amy Schumer has helped pushing for, it is very vanilla, it is very moderate, it is very bland, and I think they're pushing for this specifically because they understand that the Republicans are fucking lunatics. So they didn't want to go, old school like we did after Sandy Hook, where the starting position was, hey, get rid of assault rifles, get rid of high-capacity magazines, do a universal background check, smart stuff. They didn't want to do that because they knew the Republicans would block it because they did already. So what are they doing? They're like, okay, mental health and kind of a background check a little bit. Let's incentivize the states to give more information for a federal background check. I mean, you can't get any more moderate than that. You can't get any more moderate than that. I mean, a lot of those ideas, like Bowling was alluding to, are things that the Republicans have said they support before. But what's the catch? Again, this is something that if we had a good media, they would point it out, but they never will. Mental health, whenever the right-wingers talk about mental health, it is a complete and utter dodge. You want to know why? Because they oppose those bills, too. So they'll give some talking points here and there about, that's the real problem in America, mental health issues. Yes, that's what we need to fix. But then meanwhile, the last two bills that were proposed on mental health, crushed by the Republicans. One of them was, I forget the name, I think it was like the Pete Dominici something or other act. This was going a few years back now. They opposed it, of course. And the other one that increased mental health funding was Obamacare, which they've tried to repeal 54 fucking times. So don't tell me you care about mental health. You know what you would do if you cared about mental health and you really thought that was the solution to the problem? They would propose the bills themselves, but they don't do it, and they don't do it because they don't believe in it and they don't care. The reality is they take money from the NRA. The NRA gets their money from gun manufacturers, and the gun manufacturers give that money with strings attached. They know that these Republicans they're giving the money to, you can't push for any gun reform that would cut into any of our profits, even by a nickel. So heel boy, sit down and shut up, or, if necessary, block whatever proposals the Democrats put forth. And that's exactly what's happened time and time again. And that's exactly what's going to continue to happen, unless the Democrats grow a pair of fucking balls and start hammering these guys and using it to win elections. I said it before, man, on the gun control issue, the Democrats could have won an election simply on that. Keep bring it up. Children slaughtered at Sandy Hook. The Republicans want to do nothing. I can't believe these assholes are going to sit idly by and wait for the next Sandy Hook to happen. That's what you say. Over 90% of the American people wanted a background check, a universal background check for gun purchases immediately after Sandy Hook. What happened? I just told you. The Republicans filibustered it. They blocked it. You know what you do with that information, son? You take it, you put it in campaign ads, and you run it over and over and over. Mitch McConnell was bragging. He was tweeting about it, bragging. There was a little meme where it was like Harry Reid saying, "Can we have a little bit of gun control?" And Mitch saying, "No." You take that tweet and you put it in a fucking ad, and then you show pictures of the kids who were slaughtered at Sandy Hook. And this isn't cheap politics either. It's factual. It's true. He's blocking something that could be a solution to the next mass shooting. Now, we're not saying the gun reform we're in favor of is going to stop all mass shooting, but we do know that statistically it would bring the number down big time. So, but this is how you fight. But see, the Democrats don't fight good enough. I give credit to Chuck Schumer. I give credit to Amy Schumer for doing this new push. They're right to do so. But you're still going to run into a wall of opposition because the people on the right are not rational actors. They're not actually interested in solving this issue. It's just not on their mind. And you heard the dodges there. Oh, mental health is good, but the other part, we don't like that. Doing some kind of background check, terrible. And then finally, you heard him there. Well, actually, I don't know if you heard him because it was at the very end when Juan Williams kind of cut in, but Eric Bolling gave his little spiel, and at the end of it, he goes, she's a comedian. She should stick to the comedy. That is the most intellectually bankrupt argument you're ever going to hear from anybody. Because, and by the way, credit to Greg Gutfeld, because he goes on later in the clip to point out the stupidity of that argument. Because he's like, come on, man. You only say that because she's not on your side. If she was a celebrity and on your side, you'd be whacking off to her right now. So just to give a few examples here, Clint Eastwood. Right? Oh, Eric Bolling hates it when celebrities get involved in politics. So you were against Clint Eastwood doing the thing, and you ranted against him and said, shut this idiot up, right? Or how about Vince Vaughn? Apparently he's pretty conservative. James Woods, everybody knows he's a dick. John Voight, Chuck Norris. When these guys weighed in, you were like, come on, stick to acting, assholes. The fuck are you doing? No, you didn't do that. Because they're on your side. You're like, oh, yippee skippy, they're on our side. Let me get their autograph and kiss their ass. So just stop, man. I mean, look, it's a game on Fox News. It's clear it's a game. They're playing for a team. They're not independent thinkers. And day in and day out, they prove it.